Hello and welcome to, I don't know, episode 6 of today. Happy Tuesday. Anyways, oh wow, that's cool. Ooh, and some iron. Oh, that's risky. Anyways, I was just mining for some more iron, just really excited about oh, that is really risky. Actually, I don't even know if that's worth it. Not like that. First, we should do a couple of things. Oh, yeah, actually, that is very sketchy, but you can actually block off if you're quick about it. I want to say that's not quite good. There. And then, yeah, we have to do even more. There. So just to cut off the flow of the lava. But anyways, I was just thinking more, and I wanted to expand on the whole Jean Valjean thing. Like, I know I keep throwing that name out there, but the point that I was trying to make with that is, if people are breaking the law, there might be a perfectly logical explanation for why they're doing it, but at the same time, we could also just address. Well, I mean, yeah. So then let's address the why. Oh, let's see. You kind of want to keep that going because, yeah. But anyway, so like I said, for an example for here and now, we have food banks, which, I mean, as long as you just fill out some paperwork, you can easily, and see, they're actually already, hmm. So I'm pretty sure you need to have a social security number to be able to do the food bank. So there is a problem. Okay, so the reason I bring that up is because if you're, oh, and also where, okay, I don't want to lose track of where I came from. Ooh, and look, I almost want to say that, yeah, this is something else. When another time I've stumbled upon this cave because I know I didn't, right? Like, I want to say I came from here. Oh, okay, no, this is already turning into like, I just really don't think that I put all these torches here. I mean, well, I know I did, but not this go around. And I want to say I remember looking at it. Oh, okay. Sorry, that's why. Sorry, little explanation. It looks different now because I blocked off that, but I actually came pretty much here. And so there should be. Oh, maybe that's it over there. Well, either way, there's some iron over there. And it doesn't matter. I can use that other hallway to get back. I was just trying to like stay efficient and stay in the same. Oh, wait a minute. Wow, that's all right. So different perspectives. It was right there. I walked right by it. All right, and it did look almost the same. That's why I was confused. But anyways, so here, and then there was that. Oh, and also this is usually where axolotls spawn. So, whoops. So I mean, these are pretty. Oh, and tropical fish. So this is where, before I was saying, you could kidnap or you can capture tropical fish in the wild if you have buckets, but you can also just get them off the wandering trader. But anyways, sorry, with the Jean Valjean thing, so really what we need to address is, well, citizenship and immigration, first of all, but also the food production. So the Ogallala Aquifer, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm like 90% of the name. Like, it's um it's drying up, and it actually provides the water for a lot of our agriculture. And this is something I learned from my geology professor, that it's like an almost extinction level event, yet we're not really even talking about it. I mean, same thing with like the melting ice caps and stuff, and we're still arguing if like like a few degrees is all that much, and then it's like, oh, Australia's on fire, and then oh no, like like Colorado's on fire or Canada's on fire. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's just, so anyways, so that didn't really go that far, so maybe I should go on the other side if I can. I'm still just trying to just mine for iron. But anyways, so other solutions could be just kind of generally make it more acceptable and easy to grow your own crops. and then you could even maybe even leverage like a discount if you provide so much food for the community on your like say electrical bill or something, or like something by the city, or something, your taxes. But anyways, some kind of incentive for you to, well, and also it should just be the societal norm. Like there shouldn't have to be an incentive, just like that you're providing food for the community. And I think, and this kind of goes back to the concept of people really do want to solve their own problems. They just might not know how. They might not have the tools. They might not have the equipment, the training. Like, and that's very true with food production. Like, even the people that do have the ability to, there's a good chance that they won't, or, or they'll think it's a neat idea but never do. And so, and I don't know. Plus, it is another thing to take care of. And if you're already feeling overwhelmed with the rest of the world, although then again I say that, but gardening has always been also kind of like a form of like escape, relief. Like they say that. Anyways, it's that, but it's also kind of like a civic duty or civic responsibility. And that was I feel like that was some kind of meme or tweet or something I was seeing. It was like the native way of thinking is like we are all born with a responsibility versus we're all born with a right to something. Like this is our God-given right to live here or something versus like, oh, this is our God-given responsibility to maintain this land or something. Which yeah, I think that was about the thick of it. And yeah, so I don't know, sustainability, and like we've got a lot of stuff to walk back just because I don't know, the idea of finite resources and then trying to procure as much as you can of those, I don't know, to not only survive, but then to thrive for your family, so then they survive, and then it's this whole, like, uh, this perspective thing, like, how much do you really need to survive versus thrive, and then, I don't know, you've got a lot of runaway stuff, and things that people think they need, because everybody's faking it till they make it, and they don't realize that, well, no, we could be a lot more humble about things, but then at the same time, with our, I almost want to say like hyper capitalism, because just capitalism in general is just allowed for such competition. So there you go, hyper competition, basically, in a nutshell. It was just like so much innovation through such a short period of time and through very questionable means too, mind you. Like, I don't know, we have entire structures of business ethics to try to, ensure that good business, quote unquote. And yeah, if there was a time to use air quotes, it's yeah, good business. So, but at the same time, I mean, and this is a good point, is like a lot of good business does relate to more jobs, more people employed, more people supported, and in order to maintain that, they do need to do certain things, but then you get into like the horrible bosses, and if you haven't seen that movie, that's all about just, well, again, spoilers and copyright and the happy balance with all that. You should go check it out, but I mean, it shows potential hazards of like business ethics. We'll leave it at that. Actually, that covers all three of them. So, yeah, yeah, and fortunately, like, I mean, I've had a lot of jobs over the years, but I have never experienced any of that. Not saying it can't happen, but I mean, in this day and age, and I keep saying that, but I honestly do feel like there's such accountability now that like, and everybody feels like they're on like Ashton Kutcher's like punked show, like, oh, am I being punked? Like, is there a camera or something? And like, and chances are there are cameras because um, I mean, this isn't a camera, but actually, as I say that, I remember seeing that 60 Minutes, and I'm not exactly in a tuxedo here, so like, but like, oh, that is hilarious. Those poor, I don't know, that's not really. And where is all this coming from? This has gotta. Okay, I mean, there's just a bunch of these caves. So, but anyways, the whole thing I'm trying to, and now I will do, because like that was a good idea. That's what I was thinking when I saw that. It's like, I will do some torches to see where I came from. But, anyways, ah, sorry, I just want to get this and get out. But, anyways, another solution would be to build more centralized production systems anyway. So, like, grow food locally, have hatcheries at every Walmart and Target, or like gardens, or And in fact, they do have like a gardening section oftentimes at a Walmart where like they'll have a ton of plants and everything. So it's not that outlandish to have like a fish farm and a garden like there. Okay, actually, this can get dangerous real quick. So we're up there because I'm really not paying that much attention because I'm also trying to talk. So it's the happy balance between that. So I'm keeping my back to where I came from. So trying to anyway. Let's see. Although it's not going to quite work. There we go. There's so much iron in here, and like we're gonna need it if we're gonna build a llama coaster, and we are. Like, and I'm wondering how many people have already done it. Like, and I should search that. And see, that's the other thing too is like I start to wonder these things, and I don't actually follow through with like, well, I mean, it is a Google search away, but then at the same time, it's like, yeah, but I mean, so anyways, yeah, watch. I'm gonna get all this iron, and then I'm gonna Google it and be like every kind of type of llama coaster imaginable. And not just llamas, like we could put any animal, I'm sure. Oh, see, there's job security for, well, not really job security, but content security. See, there we go. Here we are. For like a good 5 seasons of of Minecraft musings. So, no, like I said, take it and run with it. You can stand on my shoulders, and I'm standing on other people's shoulders. Like I said many times before, I learned a lot of Minecraft mechanics from Waddles, so excellent YouTuber. Let's see. He actually edits his videos, so I should probably go back and edit these as soon as I can. Oh wait, where am I? There we go. And did I get the? No. Okay. Keep thinking that's iron, and that looks like iron over there. So never mind, we're not quite done here. Hmm. Not too graceful. Let's see. I mean, it's for the llamas. I mean, they gotta have an exciting roller coaster. Really, I think I'm just gonna do a loop around the pyramid tips, but like, that's still gonna be pretty cool. And then from there, I can build on it or not. Like, see what other people start creating, or you know. Of course, it could be a while, because I mean, that is another thing. Well, where is that? Like, did I just? I feel like I just did something similar to that because I saw iron on the ceiling. Oh, maybe not even. Did I? No, that's so I gotta be careful not to fall. So I am gonna do that here. Although I gotta be careful because that glitch thing where it's like pushing me off hasn't done it yet. Ooh. All right. Okay, now. Yep, there we go. So there's that torch. Sorry. So anyways, my whole point of that is there was this movie called Zeitgeist or Zeitgeist, however you want to pronounce it, and it was talking. The second one was talking about centralized. And this is gonna be. That's right. It's gonna be water, and then even if not, like, let's go back out and see how far it goes. Or oh, and that looks like something I made before. So this is probably just somewhere that I've yeah. So let's go back and do another one. But anyways, the point of that movie was it was talking about the city of the future, and I believe it was someone who's talking like in the 70s, and it was supposed to be something with like Disney World or something like that. And anyways, the concept was is centralized production hubs where you wouldn't have so much transportation of goods across such, like, well, all across America. Like we have a bunch of transportation, like entire industries built around shipping goods from one place to another and making sure they're in stores so they can be bought. And then that money all has to go back, and you're charged extra for how much it costs to get that stuff there. So right there, you're artificially creating these kind of fringe markets where, or not even fringe markets, but these fringe costs based on convenience of your location. So, like, say, for someone who grew up in the mountains, gas is usually kind of more expensive. You come to the city and be like, oh, well, gas is so cheap down here. So, yeah, of course, because it's already shipped here, and then all the extra gas, literally the gas it takes to get the gas to you to buy it up in the mountains, it costs more. So, hmm. Yeah, so I mean, I guess all of markets are artificial now that I think about that. Right after I say that, it's just kind of like, oh, I just wanted to feel cool and use a big word, but I have studied some economics. Not enough to be a major, but I mean, my roommate at one time was someone who has a master's in finance, so not saying I take financial advice from him, but I would. Anyways, that's a long roundabout way of saying like you can Google it if you don't trust me, but I mean, pretty much that's a disclaimer with everything I say. Let's see, we're all about iron now, so even though you do lose this little bit of the arrow that's filled in, um, I mean, that's just like a piece of it, and see it goes away. And now, let's see. Interesting that. So now I'm not too sure why the arrow is even a thing. Like, if you could get more than 64 from that 64, so now I'm even confused. Because I want to say that I've always seen it just be a 64 stack from a stack. So, anyways, we'll check in on that later. But if we remember, if not, we need it now. We need another place to go dump all this stuff. So let's get. Here we go. Yeah. And now, where is the question? Hmm. So like, started to build out here. We could definitely do there. Hmm. There we go. Just keep building into the mountain. All right. So now we can just. Actually, that might have been overkill. I was just. Anyways, now we have a spot to dump the other stuff that we don't need. Put everything up here. And put all of that. See, now we can even do something like this. Make a dedicated chest to just these kinds of blocks. And then also put all this stuff in here. So as it's getting ready to cook, we could do that. Sounded like Breaking Bad. And then there we go. So anyway, sorry. So like the whole point of that, bringing up like the centralized distribution hubs and production hubs, but then also like all of the enhancements in alternative energy and more efficient ways to produce energy. The solar panels that can be the glass. I mean, there's all sorts of things that are just like happening, and they're just happening so quickly that it's like, I mean, it's kind of messed up because then like car companies can't keep up and like, and I'm hoping that housing prices kind of like plummet, and then like we start actually like building things sensibly. But I mean, that is just said as someone that, yeah, let's push the llama. We'll follow the llama. See, that's so cool. Yep, I think he agrees. Oh, it does seem inhumane to just keep them there, but honestly, I don't think they eat. Like, I tried to feed them stuff. I mean, I think I've had some luck feeding hay to, or wheat, whatever it is. Yeah, wheat to like wild llamas, but not the ones from the wandering traders. In fact, he's like getting ready to spit. Here, you go back. Go have fun. Bye bye. Um, it's like they're all just judging me in their sleep. Uh, Anyways, yeah. So basically, if we start building these smart cities and using all of these better resources, using materials more efficiently, um, using more work from home, remote cultures, like because even that alone, like greatly reduces pollution. It greatly reduces risk when you're out driving, especially depending on the time too, because you might be, a graveyard shift worker, and if you're out, well, okay, so that's the other thing too, is if you're doing the graveyard shift, unless you are doing like a help desk thing, although that is a valid point, like there are some places that need IT around the clock, like, I mean, maybe not like a whole lot, but for the ones that do, yeah, you could definitely be working from home doing that, like answering phone calls, as long as you could be trusted and all that stuff. And I think that's why, like, pre-pandemic, it just really never happened. But now post-pandemic, or hopefully at least close enough. I mean, I don't know. It's could be really offensive to some, or I don't know, maybe not so much. But anyways, um, yeah, just like Oh, actually, let's see. We're at about 20 minutes. Let's actually just wrap that up there. Let's just have a good short video. My point being is like we're coming up with all these solutions. It's things are gonna keep happening. We just gotta keep pushing towards that goal. Like keep like making education cheaper. I mean, the cheaper we make these things, the cheaper everything else becomes. And like keep making law cheaper or nonprofit. And like same with education and healthcare. And I mean, it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna happen instantly. But like, if we were to make education cheap or even free, or I mean, at least like manageable, like much more manageable, let's say, because you still need to pay to keep the lights on. Still need to pay this, especially pay the professors and the faculty and all that, the staff and yeah, all this stuff. But again, you have, or sorry, not again. I didn't say anything, but like you have all of these student workers that could work off their debt of what education costs. So, I mean, at least to some degree. And then I don't know. There's just yeah, I don't know. It's well, and making it more efficient, making it cheaper to do. Like if you have I don't know, I say that, but I know CSU is actually doing a project where they have like recycled plant-based plastics for their cups and stuff. See, and that's why I'm a little confused. I want to say it was almost like corn-based, but like I know that that's a possibility, but for some reason I've just heard or I have the impression that someone was telling me that well, one hemp plastic doesn't work like that, but then also it's not very viable to produce plastic in that way. Like it's not very cost efficient or something. But I mean, I don't know. But again, if we increase or if we enhance the processes or the processes, like we could figure out ways to make it cost effective and viable. So I don't know. So yeah, same thing with fuel and like with electric vehicles, you get your wear and tear and like only living like battery life being about like anywhere between 7 and 10 years. I want to say it's hopeful. I actually think I want to say I've heard like max of 7 years. I don't know, but like you talk about cars like combustion engines, combustible whatever, um, non-electric vehicles um, lasting like 20, 30 years. So, and not being unheard of. Like, yeah, having problems and needing maintenance, but then there's the other thing, like how much maintenance does an electrical vehicle really need? Because that's the other thing. Like, I know when I was watching the semi truck demo when Elon brought those out, the electrical semis, and it was really cool. Like the technology and like not needing J brakes and not having the risk of a runaway semi anymore. Like the entire effort and resources put into building runaway lanes is now like obsolete if electrical semis were to be able to completely take over the market. But I mean, I've already heard there's been problems, but then again, there's a lot of Elon haters out there, so those could just be either like over exaggerated problems or fictitious or I don't know. You see the pictures of like burning Teslas, and but then again, you have a lot of people that are angry at Elon for whatever reason. Mostly because I mean, he just came out and supported Republicans. I feel like was like that's really like one of the main things. I mean, people want to say that he like started manipulating. Well, okay, so never mind. I take that back. He does have some really outlandish tweets, but I want to say if anyone else said that, it wouldn't have been nearly as like emphasized or magnified. I don't know. But then again, other people, I don't know. I can't even think of specific tweets. And see, that was the one thing that I have seen of him say is like, show me a specific tweet of like hate speech on Twitter, and the guy couldn't, mostly because he wasn't really expecting to have that. And then like Elon just wouldn't let it go, and for good reason. Like if you're gonna accuse somebody of it, you know, be ready to show evidence. Like, and the fact that he didn't have any queued up, that was like a very lucky break for Elon right there. And well, and good to point out. So it's like, and that also kind of like takes away from the integrity of everything though. And that's why I think like, I don't know, now that we, well, that's the other thing to think about. Sorry, I know I said like we make it short and we're already 5 minutes back in, but no, let's talk about like recording technology and just like the amount of equipment and money and resources needed to make a production before. And now it's like you just hop on and make a recording and like say your piece and be done and even do some cool stuff and something entertaining. Like, because you know this llama coaster is going to be awesome. Like, I mean, I don't want to hype it up too much because already I'm like adding it up in my head, like how many stacks of rail we're going to need. And like, just even to make a basic loop-de-loop or, well, like a figure eight around the two pyramids, it's going to be a few stacks and like at least like three or four, I want to say. But, anyways. And I haven't even done anything like to this scale. And like usually when I make like big old roller coasters, it's in creative. So this is all by hand, like I don't know, whatever you want to call it, like no cheats. So, uh, 'cause now it feels weird to be in like, oh, 26 minutes. I don't know. I thought it was all cool with like a 20-minute. Be like, oh, this is way short. I know that's good. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'm actually off to bed soon anyway. So see you in the next one. Bye.